NFL 23. All eyes are on Mike Evans. A nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Bucs and the Packers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
To the air right away is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game: 9 catches, 114 yards, and a score.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
Brady now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From midfield, here's Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the 29, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On play action, now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Brady saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line.
2nd and 6. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
He's got room at the 30.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 35 on second down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught by Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34. Succop's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he'll the 25 to the 26-yard line.
To get their next drive underway. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Texans who were able to come away with the road victory. Davis Mills, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. But from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Jones. He stiff arms him. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with now Jones is hit. He lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's 21-3. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
So out come the Bucs now.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. And he coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. There he goes right side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Now Crosby for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From midfield, here's Brady. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Taken in at the 11.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing here. On the move to his left. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.